Ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing? It's your boy Dave Saxologist here on Sax and Friends. As you know, I always bring nothing but the best of the best on my show. Today is no exception. This man is a bassist extraordinaire. He's a multi-instrumentalist, a producer, and he plays in one of the baddest church bands in the land at SBC in Santa Ana on Sundays, though. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to bassist Fred James. Fred, how you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm blessed. It's great being here, hanging out with you, man. That's a really cool intro.
Well,
Oh
I
my
try,
goodness.
man. Hey,
Yeah.
I've known you for some years, man. So,
Yes,
man, I,
sir.
I know you're a very talented man. So, I'd like to start at the beginning, man. First of all, would you let everybody know where you're from?
Sure. I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri, born and raised in the inner city, like everybody else, you know.
Okay.
I'd say give you a brief update on me and my life. As a child, let's see, I say 7 or 8, I started playing piano or learning how to play piano. My sister, a little older than me, Sonia, she was, man, brilliant pianist at 11 years old, 12 years old. My mom was a musician. My father was actually an athlete. He played professional football for the old Chicago Cardinals.
Okay.
That's when the Arizona Cardinals they were in Chicago first
Okay.
in the 50s.
I didn't even know that.
Then
Okay.
yeah, then they moved to St. Louis.
Okay.
They relocated. Then they relocated to Arizona. Of course, you know that.
Right.
Anyway, he played. Yeah, he was a running back for them. But that actually is pretty much the pattern of my life, it's a parallel there. So yeah, I started, you know, piano lessons. Didn't want to go because I wanted to play football with my boys in the hood, but I had to go. So I got a beat down. You know, back in the day, you get a beat.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. So anyway, I developed that interest in it, but um, um, like my sister was very brilliant at playing. I mean, playing Beethoven and Bach and all this stuff at 13 years old. So me listening to her play, my mom play, is in my ears, and I have cousins on my mom's side, and my father's brother actually played piano. But on my mom's side, her brother played bass. His son plays sax. I have a vocalist, two vocalists, and my sisters. But as far as me, yeah, it started there. And of course, my athletic things started happening: football and basketball, track. I mean, bowling, everything. I had a bowling alley about 2 blocks from my house, only bowling alley in the hood. And I used to hustle and work there. And I developed skills bowling too, man. Yeah, at 10 years old. Yeah. So, but basically, that was where I started my music. And I didn't know that it was going to take me here. I just thought it was just something to do. And then when I became a teenager, I developed my skills in football. Played quarterback, receiver. I got all state, some honors there, and all American. I went to college in Mizzou, played played football, quarterback, receiver, and went to Atlanta for a tryout. Atlanta Falcons. Got put on the practice squad. That was a couple years of my life. It was ups and downs. Yeah, man. So nobody knows that because I don't talk about that.
Right.
That's kind of like back there, but it comes up kind of. But I played hoops too. Yeah, double scholarship. I played hoops and basketball. If people don't know what hoops
Yeah. Okay.
so yeah, it's been that kind of thing, man. My parents made sure that I did that instead of being in trouble, trying to keep me out of trouble, man. So music. My mom knew I was going to be a musician. She called it from the time I was a teenager. She walked in the house and I had a broom in my hand, playing Earth, Wind, and Fire. Supposed to be cleaning the sweeping their floors, man. But yeah, she just stood there and looked at me and said, I can't tell you what she said, but she was just tripping. Um, but I was, you know, it's a blessing that actually that I didn't see it. God pulled me out of the athletics, so to speak. Um, and I guess this is what he was thinking. I had something for you to do, Fred, and it's not football. Well, I've been playing football my whole life. That's
Right.
all I knew. That's how I was bred. I was breeded that way, bred, whatever you want to call it. That was me. Um, I could throw a football a block over houses in the hood. I mean, I'm telling you, I catch it behind my back. All this stuff you see them guys doing now, man, I was doing back in the day, and it's just a natural thing, you know. So went through a depression, serious depression, man. When you get snatched from something that you've been doing your whole life and you're lost, you don't know what. So, but that's when the music kicked in. And I went to something that I love and that I known through the years. And then even in college, I still developed my music skills, you know.
Right.
I wasn't just sitting idle. So it happened in Houston, Texas, man. I happened and had the privilege of knowing Yolanda Adams, meeting her in Houston. First, I played for a guy pulled me from day one. His name is Oliver Scott. He was a band leader with Black. I know you heard Mr. Black. He has a song on SPC's CD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a couple of songs on there, I believe.
All right.
And it's a coincidence, you know, he
Right.
saw me and he's like, man, I've seen you before. And I was with Oliver. They used to play together with the Gap Band.
Oh,
So
okay.
Oliver Scott was one of the band leaders with the Gap Band. He wrote Yearning for Your Love. He wrote Oops Upside You, Burn Rubber,
Right.
and co-wrote with Black and stuff. So he took me under his wings, man, and drilled me and pounded me and and it was in love, got me to where I am, could stabilize as a musician and had some fundamentals and foundation as a bass player, a bassist. And I mean, you talking about hardcore. Yeah, man, it was good. It was good. It was healthy, and he felt like a coach. And so that's what I was used to, somebody, I mean, just on you and drilling you, man. So I absorbed it and sponged and spent hours doing it. So and his songwriting is incredible. I developed that from him. That after him, through that 5 years of just that, in that process, I met Yolanda in a concert, something like that in Houston, before she even became famous.
Okay.
Everything that happened to her, this is way before. And we became friends. And she started her band. And that's when she did that first Through the Storm CD, I believe. And it's right before then. And we had the tightest band. And she pulled me, said, "Why don't you be my bass player?" I said, "Babe, I'm developing my skills. I ain't been doing it that long." She
Right.
said, "I don't care. You had the spirit." So that was a blessing. That's God moving.
Wow.
That's what I'm trying to get to. So I'm flying, doing stuff. We killing it. I mean, the drummer played with Mint Condition. The keyboard player, Greg, man, he played with Tony. That to give you an idea of the
Right.
level of guys. And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just Fred, ex-football. I'm learning. I'm sponging off these guys, but I'm just holding it down the best I could. But it was a great learning experience, and it developed me. All of that stuff developed me as far as playing in Brentwood Church in Houston with Ed. I mean, just some really great musicians through the time. And I had a guy like my brother named Buford Norris. He's from East St. Louis, but he lived in Houston. He schooled me guitarist, man, just playing all kind of jazz licks and just schooling me on everything and just being there for me, And so it was it was a lost thing, but God knew what He was doing, and just kind of, and then I start seeing the picture. Because at first I was I'd be honest, I was pissed off with God, man. I'm like, dude, what you doing, man? I'm supposed to be doing, you go through that power,
Right.
it's like it's not about me. It's just what he wants me to do. So I don't care what kind of music I do, bro. I'm always gonna put that first. You know,
Yeah.
I'll fly back and hustle back to play at church, even if I'm playing something else. If I can't make it, that's because I just can't. But yeah, that's how I do it. That's how I roll, man. So I always do that first, and you know, of course, man, just being blessed, man. That's it. That's as far as the musical things. So I
That's
can keep going about
amazing,
my
man.
person. Oh, thank you, man. I
That's
mean,
amazing,
it's
brother.
it's it's my wave of shifting through and going through stuff, man. Uh, I met my, I flew back from Detroit and in Houston, and that's where I met my wife, man. She was visiting from California. She was here, Adrian, and they flew and came to Texas to our church. She was at New Spirit then. So this is
Okay.
funny, dude. So I'm minding my business. I'm flying back. I'm tired. I did the church thing, and I was packing up. And I saw her look like Jodie Wiley before.
Oh.
I always tease her about that. But anyway, we met, but we didn't. It just happened, and here I am in Cali. You know, you got to take risks at anything that you do, but they have to be not so much calculated, but led by God. I mean, that's how, like I said, that's how I do it. I mean, other people can do it your way, but that's how I recommend that to you. Just don't jump into stuff or just out of your own brain, but everything lined up, everything. So, yeah.
You come from a musical family, like you said. It was you grew up with that, so you
Yes,
developed your
sir.
ear early, then, didn't you? Pretty much.
Yeah, I had that groove. That I had that in me already. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
knew it. I was hearing. I knew Cameo. They're my favorite artists back then. I knew what I was hearing. I knew Earth, Wind, and Fire number one. Stevie Wonder.
Right.
Go. I can go through. I can go through. You know, but my top. Those are my top dogs, man. It was Cameo. It was Earth, Wind, and um, I can go under Confunction,
Oh,
Dance
yeah.
Band. That's where I get my groove. My grooves come from here, but they got an influence in my what I'm, how I'm laying it down. So
So, who were some of
yeah,
your earlier influences as far as when it came to jazz? Bass? Did you have some Stanley Clark?
jazz. Oh heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know who that was.
Yeah.
I was like, who is that? It's Stanley Clark, man. It was Stanley and of course Larry Graham. By the way he was just thumping the bass, and Louis Johnson and
Yeah.
Brothers Johnson. Um, guys that were really a dominant bassist like that. And then all of a sudden, through them of learning, you think you halfway kind of know a little bit about it. Then all of a sudden you get these guys, man, coming. Here comes Marcus Miller.
Oh, man.
The reason I fell in love with Marcus Miller, man, and he became like a mentor to me is it wasn't his bass playing, man. People don't know his first CD, or I shouldn't say CD, album back then. His first album, he's playing keyboards, he's singing. It's Suddenly, the song called Suddenly. I'll look it up.
Okay.
Uh, he his first one he did the guitar, playing some guitar, and of course he played his bass. He
Right.
uh, produced the whole thing, played keyboards. Of course he had some boys come in and do some work with him, but he was laid down that whole album. It was banging. It was,
Yeah.
man, and that influenced me because that's how I was thinking. Because I'm hearing all the piano when I was a kid. I'm hearing all the guitar. I'm hearing all this stuff. So I'm like, look, I gotta do this. So that's a strong influence of how I told Marcus that I met him at the NAMM show right here.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, "Bro, do you realize, well, I'm playing football, man, and I'm getting cut playing ball." And then all of a sudden, I said, "Man, I'm listening to your album, and you just influenced the heck out of me." And he's a very humble guy, so he's like, "Wow, man, I appreciate that." Matter of fact, I got two Marcus Miller basses right
You know, which
there.
which brings me to another, because I know you just like myself. You've been to Nam several times. Are you a gearhead too, though? Do you have to see what's
I,
going on, or what?
every other year, I
Okay.
got to a point where I do every other year because technology changes
Yeah.
like marbles, man. It's like, you want to go to network, it's cool. You can just go but as far as just buying stuff, you can buy stuff to you
Gotcha.
150 years old, man. And you just have to be wise about it and
Yeah.
buy the perfect stuff and don't get rid of it. So
Yeah.
I did that through the years and then, developed my studio that I got here. And I had to change out like my mixer, I had to get more technic updated technology wise. So I got a smaller board, it's integrated, just little shifty stuff.
Right.
But as far as bases, man, yeah, I gotta, you know, you have to invest in your tool, just like a carpenter has a bunch of tools, auto mechanic has tools,
Oh yeah.
a girls, nurses have
Yeah.
different uniforms, they got different stethoscopes, whatever they use,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. I
Yeah.
don't care what anybody says, just write it off.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna need it
That's
if you're
it.
serious. If if you can't, then just use that one and make sure it's
Right.
clean and maintenance, and take care of it, and don't pawn it. I'm just being real, dude.
Yeah.
Don't go to the pawn shop, keep
Yeah.
it.
Take care of your stuff. You're right, but take care of your equipment, though. You got to take care of your equipment, though. You know.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll go to the NAM every other year. I was out of town this year. I was going to go. I bought my ticket and everything. Got my pass,
Yeah.
but I had to go next year because I was busy playing and stuff.
That's all
Yeah,
right,
man.
man. So
Yeah.
when you
So
were growing up, did you play in any bands after school or anything? Did you gig anywhere?
um, as far as that, no, but my pops, man. Okay, they took me to this. You gotta say it. Yeah, I can say it. This is not TV.
Yeah.
They took me to the shoe shine parlor that turned into club
Okay, I
at
got you.
night. And they had a band playing in there, blues band, like
Mm,
three-piece,
okay.
piano, the bass and the drum. And so they told me, yeah, why don't you go somewhere with us? So I'm riding, I'm like, where you going? And it's dark, and then all of a sudden, all the people that I see during the day at the barber shop, they hanging out in there, man, and
Yeah.
smoke everywhere. I'm 11 years old, and I know
Um,
like maybe four songs, on the piano, but they were all jazz, just kind of just grooves. I'm just
uh-huh.
playing, man. I don't even know the names of them. And the guys, they said, just play. I'm like, all right. I just start playing, man, and then start grooving for like half an hour. So
Okay.
that was my first kind of like weird thing. And like I said, smoke everywhere, just like a
Yeah.
movie. And then they told my mom, oh no, we just went around the corner. It's-
Yeah.
oh man, it was fun. It was funny. When they were living, they both passed away, but when we were living, me and my mom would laugh about that and stuff. That was funny. But yeah, that was it, man. I mean, but through the years, I was just, it was strictly um, just sports. I was
Okay.
hard. I mean, I was getting it in, trying to develop and
Yeah.
that arm and just different stuff, jumping rope, running,
I
you
saw you
know.
hoop, man. I've seen some of your videos of you hooping, man, out there going like
Oh yeah,
10
man.
for
The
10. I'm like, and you wasn't shooting free throws, man. You was out there. I'm like, man, you had
That's
some
a natural.
range, man. Man.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a shooter. I'm a shooter. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually, dude. I don't know. It's just weird, but it's just rhythm. It just comes natural. Just stroking, just uh, just in a groove, locked in. And I hadn't shot, and you see one of the videos, I hadn't shot in probably like 4 months. And this went on, I didn't miss for like maybe 45 minutes
You was
when I
I
go through
saw
my
I was
shooting
watching it.
routine.
I was like,
Yeah.
man, is I was
But
like, is he really doing this? You
yeah,
know,
is it AI?
and he was
But
killing it.
but it's different when you have somebody in front of you playing for real.
Oh, that's true.
But
Yeah.
but even if you're not playing for real, you don't have anybody like you saw me just working
Yeah.
out. You got to make them
Right.
because then you figure somebody in front of you, you're gonna make 80% of them, and that's what happens when I
Right.
play.
Yeah.
I'm if you keep talking, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
Guys talking trash, it's gonna get way worse. I don't play that, man.
Yeah, I can tell you an athlete, man. I can just, you can tell
So
when you can tell musicians and athletes. What I can tell you both, though,
yeah, oh man. Um, okay, thanks, man.
man.
Yeah, man, yeah. I'm very humble about it though, man. You know, I just don't like I'm the type of brother I don't have to go around talking about it and bragging about it and letting
Right.
everybody know about it. I'm just be about it.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So,
Hey, so when did you start playing at SBC?
oh man, dude, that was 18 years ago. Well, Melvin, man. Oh, yeah, so I got to meet, of course I knew Melvin Davis, right? Dude, sick, man. So we became pretty cool because before I came to SBC, I was at St. James with Corey Briggs and Pastor Kazee was over there. And Melvin's mom was a member there. And so I knew her more than I knew Melvin.
Okay.
And then Melvin had to leave town to play a gig. So who did they called? He called me, or and then he got in touch with Dwayne. And said, "Yeah, Fred, I don't know him, but yeah." So we met that way. I'd take up the slack for Melvin, and I'd come over and play. And I knew Patrick because I met Patrick when I came back from when I met my wife Adrian. He was with that church that came to Houston.
Okay.
So I met Patrick back then. It's a coincidence. So when I came there, Pat was there. I said, oh, okay, cool. He's here. So we laid it down. Yeah, I had a good time. So that's when I started. So that had to be like 20, like what, 20 years now? I
Wow.
think so. What is it? 2026, 16? Oh, no, no, it's almost. I mean, it's close to that. Yeah, somewhere
That's
in there.
amazing, though, man. So,
It don't seem like it's a blur, dude. It's
oh,
already April this year, man.
yeah, yeah. That
Hey,
church,
better
man.
get it in.
That
Huh?
church, though, Fred. That church. I was going to a church in Long Beach for some years, and when I moved out here about 8 years ago, I went there one time because Tyrone Payne told me. He said, "Man, it's a black church around here." I was like, because I had to go to Long Beach. And I'm living in Huntington Beach, so I drove over there. The first time I went, man, it just felt like home, you know.
Yeah. Oh,
And
was it McFadden or was it the new church?
it was about 8 years ago. Pitts is still
Oh,
there. Yeah,
oh, okay, I got you.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
it's the
So
new church. Yeah,
yeah, about 8 years ago, man. I went there one time, man, and then it just felt like home. And my former pastor, I played golf with him, and I had to let him know. I said, I've been with you for like 8 years, but the drive and everything, man. He said, I understand. He knows Pitts too. And so I made the transition, man. But I love it there,
yeah,
man. Great
yeah, yeah.
church,
It's
man.
solid. It's cool. You know, I'm I'm to think that Pastor Pitts is where he should be, and everything has happened for a reason, and that's why everybody who is there is there.
Yeah,
Because God doesn't do anything out of order. Everything that he does is pretty much
right.
straight,
Yeah,
kind of right there. So it happens for reason and circumstances, and I'm loving it, man. It's cool. So yeah, I'm
yeah.
with you on that.
It's a great church, man. And the band, though, bro. First of all, man, I want to thank you guys for bringing a rookie like me in. Making my mistakes,
Yeah,
but I'm learning though, and you guys are helping me. So I really appreciate that. Is for more than you would know. You
you
telling
know,
me, so I appreciate it, man.
And you know what? What I appreciate is um your humbleness. And that's why I remember back. Remember, I just told you
Yeah.
a little bit ago when I first started really getting in it, how I was getting lit up by
Yeah.
Oliver Scott. See,
Right.
and see, those are the moments that I don't forget and I respect
Right.
when someone else is trying to get that in sponge. And I'm always wanting to give and let somebody know, and help them, if and sometimes it may come off the wrong way, but I try to be as best as I could because God's brought me a long way
Right.
because I used to be I used to be real bad. But no, but serious, and some guys will receive it, some guys won't. When I say guys, it doesn't matter. Some
Right.
musicians will receive it, some
Right.
musicians won't. But I have to say it because I'm accountable,
Right.
because God placed that to happen to me. Now I'm accountable to give it to somebody else, whether they receive it or not. I
Right.
did my job.
Yeah.
Now you can either take what I want to tell you,
Yeah.
and help you, or not. But I did mine.
Yeah.
And that's when I saw your humbleness. I said, man, I help him, say, hey, man, play that. That's why I was telling you, hey, try this, try
Yeah.
that. But
Right.
I didn't want to get, because, we're just vibing as
Right.
musicians playing together. So, yeah,
Yeah.
man, I mean, dude, hey, man, anytime, that. So,
And then I took
anytime,
your advice.
appreciate
Like I
it.
said, I'm taking lessons as you said, take some lessons again. And and my teacher, man, he's on me too, man. I'm learning chords, I'm trying to learn chords and I'm doing ear training and stuff. So, it's coming, man.
Yeah, yeah, and then learn your modes, and those
Yeah.
modes will help you out. I'm talking about the
Right.
Dorian and
Hmm.
all that. So
Yeah.
Ionian, Phrygian,
Mixolydian,
Lydian.
Mixolydian and all that.
Yes,
Man, there's
sir.
so much to learn, bro.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
man. You never even though I know what I know, I still after I finish with you, I still gotta
Still
practice.
gotta practice. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, man. So yeah, just dude, and it'll happen. That's a light bulb, big old light bulb is gonna go off in your head on a little piece of something. You be like, oh man, there it is.
That's what he keeps
It's
telling
just
me, exactly what you just said. He's just
it,
like, Dave, he's like, it's gonna open up everything, man. So
watch,
yeah.
yeah, it's gonna happen, man. You're gonna laugh. Just like when I had to get back to playing my boards, my keyboards, I'm playing, and I play to write music mainly, or I'll accompany Aisha, the other keyboard player, or
Yeah.
Dwayne, or
Yes.
whoever's playing. If I have my boards up there, I'm not, I I don't get in their way, but I had to get back to the basics of that, and it's taking time, and I'm like, dude, what is going on? Then all of a sudden that one day it's like, oh man, come on, dude, it's right there. Trying to invert and all this stuff, and it-
Right.
yeah, yeah, that's what's up, man. So anytime, bro, you need some help, man, you holler at a brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. You and Dwayne, man, you good guys, man. Bringing in a rookie like me, but I told you, hey, I'm willing to learn, man, and I'm gonna make my mistakes, but I'm gonna learn from them too, though.
Yeah, that's how you get better.
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
take I'll take a quote from Kawhi Leonard. You know, Kawhi said a few days ago, he said, hey, all these young cats on the team, make your mistakes now. He said
Yeah,
that way you'll be better later.
that's right. Yeah,
He's right.
he's
I
right.
mean,
Yeah,
no, straight up, make them hurry up and make them. That means be aggressive.
right.
Make them now. That way you can correct them quickly and then go. Yeah,
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 Wayne,
that's what's up.
let's talk about your new music you got coming out. Was I'm here for you?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Actually, yes, man. It's actually out. The single is a single, and "I'm Here for You" came out yesterday, April 1st.
Okay.
And I actually wrote that song about a year ago, and I wrote it, and I actually put it out a year ago, but I did a really basic version of it. But I wanted to go back to that and about 7 other tunes, tracks that I've done that I really thought would be cool, especially around Easter. Because, like I told you, I always want to give back. So I figured this is a good time, like in November. I'm thinking ahead.
Okay.
So I'm getting it together. I'm writing, rewriting the songs, rearranging the songs, and then making them more funkier, make it more current and popping, and just a lot of stuff. But I'm Here For You is out now. It's on all the engines under F Jam Music. Man, I wish I should have had a bulletin board.
Yeah.
It's under F Jam Music, FJAMM. Actually, you know it is easy, y'all. If you know my name, Fred, okay, F, then James, just use Jam. So F Jam Music. So it's two M's in there, FJAMMUSIC. Just type that in any of your engines, iTunes or Spotify. You should see it come up. But the 7 song, the CD, or I want to say CD, the album, so to speak, it'll
Right.
be out tomorrow. It's out
Okay.
tomorrow, and it's called "He Got Up." Now the picture is going to be the same that I took for the one single that came
Uh-huh.
out yesterday, but all of it'll be together. So I tried to put out a single first,
Yeah.
I'm here for you. Because if you listen to the words, it's Jesus gave his life for me kind of thing. So now you're talking about like a resurrection song. So He Got Up is actually the main resurrection kind of song uh, tomorrow when it comes out. But there's some stuff on there, man. It's one called Show Me the Way. Charlinda Van Buren, well, she's married now, but
Oh,
she
Charlene from
sang.
church?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Char.
Okay.
She sang one of the songs, but I redid it, man. It's got a jazzy Jill Scott feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You'd think it's Erica Badu, but no, man, it has nothing to do with that. I changed the bass line, so it gives you the illusion that. So it's one of them, but I have, other fun. It's some funky stuff on there. It's gonna make you clean your house better, drive better, pray better. But yeah, it's I'm excited about it, and it's all I should say it's all remakes kind of thing, but it's one song. Oh, but then I have like 4 other tracks that I'm gonna be putting out like later this summer that are even, man, they're even better, and I thank God, and I'm very humble about that. That it's I can tell that he's touching what I'm doing because of the work that I put in,
Yeah.
that you put in, because you have to, in order for him to bless you, you get this, y'all. If you don't know, in order for God to bless you, and some of the newcomers of Christ and stuff, if you're listening, he's not no miracle kind of kaboom all of a sudden just because you pray and because you're in a bind. No, is when you pray for what you need and give him praise. But then before that, you have to put in your work if you want to be a better accountant. So you got to study and do what you got to do to be a better accountant, mechanic, musician. You have to put in that work.
Yes.
Then he says, man, you put in that work, pow. Then he's going to bless you a little bit that you can handle, and it'll grow. So this has happened through the years. Now this music has developed and it's went from here. It's up to here now, which I'm trying to get to here, but it's like night and day, man. I'm excited about it, and it's a coincidence that I'd be doing this with you and sharing this with people that don't really know Fred, and the ones that see me, they just see me sitting there chilling, and I'm
Yeah.
not really talking. So it's really kind of funny me talking right now.
Yeah. You know what, man?
They never heard me talk before. Everybody's like, "Yeah, hey." Oh man.
So let me
So
ask you
yeah.
about the band that you're in, man, the Bruno and the Hooligans, man. How did that come
Oh
about, man?
man.
How'd you get that gig?
Dude, this guy, okay. So about 3 years ago, 3 years ago, three and a half, yeah, three. This year it'll be three. This one guy, the leader of the band, Dave, um, he he hit me up on an email, and I thought it was a fake email. Yes, I have a Bruno Mars tribute band, and blah blah blah.
Right.
Want you to, I want really would love to you. I saw your video. Oh, I put out a Shine Your Light as a video that's out, and a song that I did a couple or 3 years ago. And Ray Robinson filmed that for me. Thank you, Ray. did the video, and he did everything on there. And Dave saw it, and he's like, "Man, it's a bass player we need. He likes to move. He has energy." So the guys talked to me. I said, "Nah, I'm not. I don't know if I'm interested right now." This was like May. Then he hit me again July. Then he hit me again November. I said, "This guy's persistent, man. What is it?" But then I said, "You know what? Let me open up a little bit." And I was, talking to my family, and I said, "You know what? I'm ready to play again, but I just don't want it to be anything. I want balance." So anyway, I called the guy back and went and met with him, and um, the manager of the agency and stuff like that. And I saw it's pretty organized. And I said, "That's the first thing. It's in order. It's organized." And I saw the talent that he had, guys from the LA, and they, killer drummer, and just the whole thing, and the venues and what we were doing, and the substance of what we were doing made sense. And it made sense for me to fit in there. And it was a fit. And so now it's called That's What I Like, a Bruno Mars experience. Now, Bruno, actually, we've been to Vegas several times during this time.
Right.
We
He
were
lives there,
playing
doesn't
at
he?
Fremont. We were playing at Fremont Street, and we heard that Bruno was coming by there because he was wondering who we were.
Right.
And I don't know if that meant if that's a good or bad. Like, "Hey, man, hold up, man, what y'all doing?" So no, we ain't that, man. We don't dance like you and all that fool. We don't have nothing to worry about here. You the one making the money.
Yeah.
So so anyway, he had reps come to check us out, and they really liked our show, man. So I laid it down, and it became part of it. And so we do a lot of summer concert series coming up. We'll be in Tustin.
Okay.
Actually, dude, I didn't even know, coincidence, that we'd be this close to home. So Anaheim, Tustin, uh, think another place in Orange County. Oh, Buena Park.
Okay.
Um, on a summer concert series for the cities. They give those summer concerts, and we, instead of going to Vegas, instead of going out of town, we decided we stay close and build up the home
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
thing. Everybody know what we do. Excuse me. And but it's a really cool situation, and the guys um, on the same page. So when you come and see us, it's energy, it's no egos, and we're having fun.
Right.
you know, it's pretty cool. And I'm the bass player, so
That's it.
man, it don't make and I got an incredible drummer, man. The whole team is cool. And Noel, actually, it's a guy, Noel Kim, Asian, that's my boy. He's actually been to the church. He's played a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
gigs, in
Oh,
at the church. He just
okay.
came in, man. But he plays and stuff like that. But it's a good experience, man. It's cool. It balances out everything that I'm trying to do. So
So I mean, since you're multi-versatile, you can play anything, but what genre is your main thing though? What is it, gospel? Is it R&B,
it
or it
don't
doesn't matter?
it don't really matter to me.
Okay.
Um, if if like I was saying, I always give back. So I would say definitely gospel, and then funky jazz. I mean, it has to be more contemporary jazz,
Right.
even though I do like some of the jazz standards. Some of them, some of them, they all right, but somebody better could do it, kind of thing. But straight ahead, I love that, man, because you can learn that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can, and just to be well rounded. But if I had my choice, number one, gospel. Number two, the funky instrumental stuff.
Yeah.
Even if it's funky fusion. There
Right.
you go, Chicory.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dave Weckl,
Right.
Brian Bromberg on bass. Oh man, dude, there's some boys that are killer out there. So I like that stuff right there. Yeah, that's
Give me
what's up.
your Mount Rushmore of bass players, man.
Man, that goes on and on, dude.
I'm gonna give
You
you
talking
five.
about, all right. Ooh, that makes it worse. Dang. All right. So you got to go with Man, I'm gonna have to give you more than five.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's start old school.
All right.
You know, like Larry Graham, man. You're talking about it's this one boy, man. He did everything back with Jamerson. Um, that's his last name. I think for Motown or whatever he was, man. He's on all this stuff, Marvin Gaye stuff, all this stuff. But then you go to Verdine. No, see, Verdine doesn't. Verdine, if you hear this, man, my bad. Don't be mad. But his on stage presence dominates.
Yes.
His skill, like Marcus, and them have maybe have better skill or whatever,
Right.
playing all this other stuff. You know what I'm
You're right.
saying? But Verdine on stage, moving, dancing, playing. That's why I fit Bruno Mars right there. I
Okay.
know you guys see me at church just sitting there, but no, I dance, I
Yeah.
move, and
Yeah.
I sing at the
And you
same
sing
time.
too. I know.
You
Yeah.
know, so that's why I love Verdine.
Okay.
And of course, Marcus, my teachers that I have, online teachers, she's talking about Derek Bennett, man. Oh man, dude, I can go down the line, dude. All these
That's all
oh,
good.
Mohini Day. I met her at the NAM show. Latino, killing child prodigy. Now she's all
Mm.
grown up. Sound like a machine gun.
She's amazing, isn't she, man? I
Oh,
know.
you know what I'm talking
I
about?
know her. Yeah. I know exactly you talking about. I saw her at the Nam show too. I was like, get out of
So
here.
everybody sees her playing all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
She's only doing that because it's a video and she
Right.
got to do it. All
Right.
right. But when you hear her, she's laying it down like she's supposed to,
Yeah.
you know, in the pocket.
She's
But
very good.
man,
Yeah.
smoking. So, you know, I take it all from different cats. And there's some cats, man. I heard some kids that are killer, man.
Yeah.
Charles Bethard, this European dude, man, tapping. You learn stuff and
Yeah.
fit it into what you're doing. But yeah, that Mount Rushmore, man, let me get back to I getting all excited. As far as the general names, of course, those Larry Graham and Jamerson and you're talking about Verdine, Marcus, um, you know, uh, I'll even put Melvin in there, man. Melvin knows how to lay it down, and he's helped me. I've been a sponge just watching Mel, how he fingers and does stuff, and you know, it's different techniques he uses that. Yeah, I done stole from him. I didn't tell him that, but I guess he know now. Yeah, I got you, Mel.
Hey, Fred, so how many instruments do you play, man?
Man, piano, bass, developed more guitar, lead guitar. Started on the drums along with piano back in the day. I was playing drums in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, just piano first, then
Piano first,
drums
huh?
and drums. Kansas City, man, you know, jazz.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's how you learn back there.
Did you
And
ever
then
teach?
no, but I'm teaching a young lady now, our sound girl at church.
I see her when she the
Uh,
one that comes up to you after we
yeah,
finish? Okay.
yeah, man. She sounds good,
Oh,
dude.
does
She's
she?
gonna be dope.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, already. I sent her videos. I sent her a couple, three videos, and I first person that I really had time to, and I saw her love for it, and then she made me feel, you know, like humbled, really humbled, man. It was a blessing when she said, you know what? I've been watching you ever since I was a little kid playing.
Wow.
And I knew that's what I want to do. You don't know who's watching you, man.
That's
This
right. Yeah.
little girl is 6, 7 years old, and now she's 14, and she's brilliant too because she's graduating early from high school, like a year or 2 years early, and just sounds good. She's smart, and she picks up stuff already on the bass, and
Yeah.
she sounds good in the pocket. I'm like, oh wait, so I'm happy to help her. And anybody else if I have the time. It's easier to do videos with technology now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just get on a video, hey, this is what you need to do instead of trying to figure a time in person. So yeah, that's about it, man. If I had the time, then I would. But I'm trying to get it in for me, right?
I get you,
Trying to be
man.
selfish. Oh man, trying to be selfish, but yeah, I'm not 24 no more.
So, Fred, let me ask you about aspiring young musicians that want to get to play church or anywhere. What kind of advice would you have them to achieve their goals?
Number one is know why you playing. Just don't play for people to see you play. It's not a see me type of thing, especially at church where I don't, I guess I'm being real. Some places allow it to be that way. It's a see me thing because that's not what it's about. It's about you developing, starting at that age, and don't be cocky and think you know everything like most teenagers do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and take and work at what you're doing. Where we know as adults, we know that you are, but then you're gonna shift out because you're a kid.
Yeah.
You're going kids are kids, man. I don't care what you say, man. So I would say that, and always be humble about it, and just do the right steps. It's not going to happen overnight, and that's where a young kid has to be patient. You didn't just uh, become a baby and then walk. You
Right.
didn't couldn't even eat. You sucking on a bottle. So everything takes time, and then it'll happen for you. Uh, but don't get no nasty attitudes like you this all that musician. You stay in the pocket with your mind, body, and soul. Just right there, and then it'll all work. You know, that's the first. Now it's more that I can say, but first things first.
First
Your
things first.
attitude,
All right.
your attitude. Got to check it, man. Even at a young age, just be there and just you don't get it, don't get frustrated. It's all good. It's gonna happen. Yeah.
All right, Fred, man. You know what, man? I tell you what, man, this has been a very interesting conversation, brother. I found out a lot of
I
stuff
know it's
about
like
you.
weird. Dang, man.
A lot of stuff about you that I had no idea, which most of us didn't, man. So I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you opening up, man. That's what I do
Yeah.
this show for, to let people
And
know
I thought
you,
about
man.
I thought about this too. I'm like, yeah, well, here we go.
Yeah.
But
So,
no, it's
yeah.
cool, man. Like I said, you're a really genuine brother, and I'm very humbled and blessed even for you to consider me being here, doing this thing, man.
Man, I
It's
appreciate you,
all
brother.
good.
Hey, man, I told my girl Kim, I said, I definitely gotta get Fred and Dwayne on the show too. I mean, I
Oh,
interviewed,
Kim,
yeah,
you should have put us on at the same time.
exactly.
Ooh, we've been laughing. No, no,
I'm
now
gonna
you'd
get
be like,
Dwayne
what?
later.
You've been pausing. That would have been funny, though. Oh man, man, hold up, Fred, you can't say.
All right, all right, Fred. Before we go, man, can you let everybody we know about your new music coming out? How can people find
Yes.
you and all that good stuff?
Okay. Once again, yeah. My apologies for not being prepared to have something that I can show you. But if you go, I'm gonna spell it out: FJAMMUSIC, and go to wherever you buy your music or download or whatever. If YouTube, Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, Pandora. Um, then you type that in, and you'll see all my songs come up and other album CDs. But this one will be, you'll see it. It'll say 2026 on there,
All right.
and standing there with a guitar. And I, I truly, truly appreciate you guys listening, downloading, or whatever. I pay my tithes off of.
That's it.
We don't get much off this. Oh, that's the other thing. You think people get paid with this making music thing and
Right.
all that? Nah, come on, man. No, it's the reason I do this is for, like I said at the beginning of this thing, I said it's because I owe it to God. I said that's the real reason why I write and I do this and put out gospel music, even the jazz, because it's a feel good. Even if people aren't saved or whatever, they feel good when there's something different about Fred's. It's grooving, whatever.
Right.
But no, it's. I pray for the anointing. I pray for all that, and that's that's what's up.
No,
Can I shout out one boy,
go ahead,
man, my
man.
my my bro, man, Carnell Harrell, dude. That's my brother. I got a lot of little brothers running around,
Yeah.
but musically, I got to give him some love because Carnell right there a week before, no, it was right few days before COVID really hit.
Hmm.
We hung out because we always hang out. We playing ball, he playing one-on-one, laughing.
Right.
So we in the studio together. Carnell knows it. If you guys don't know Carnell Harrell, he's a brilliant keyboard player, man, and producer, MD, musical director, played for Jackson's, Gerald Albright. I can go on. Boney James, I think. His sister
I'm gonna have to
and
look him
all
up,
them.
man.
Oh, you know Candace. You know him when you sing. You know
Okay.
Carnell.
Okay.
Anyway, man, this dude came in. We did like 3 or 4 songs, maybe 5. Oh, and they're gonna be out this year. That's part of my funky jazz stuff, but I redid the songs, but I kept his part of the musical track and I built around it, his keyboard parts.
Okay.
And it's even another level up. So a shout out to my boy, love him. He just got married too. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. I just want to give him a shout out. Y'all,
Hey,
sorry
that's
about
fine.
that, but
No, that's no problem, man.
that's my
All right, Fred. Hey, man. Thank you so much, bro. Hey, I appreciate you, man, and I wish
yeah.
nothing but much more success for you, brother. You know.
Hey man, back at you and everybody else out there. Much success to you guys and much love and stay up. Yep.
Eventually, when I get nice enough, man, when you do your project, I know you got a sax player, but I might have to get on there with you too later. You know,
Ooh, yeah. All right then.
when I get
I
right.
I
Okay.
use some samples on my sax too.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right,
So
Fred.
yeah, for sure, man. All
All
right.
right, brother. Well, you have a great day, man. Appreciate everything you do, and I'll see you Sunday, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Love you, man. All right.
Likewise. Ladies and
And
gentlemen,
hi.
that is my brother Fred James, bassist extraordinaire. Look him up on Facebook, Instagram, and all that good stuff. F Jam Music. He got it all for you. This has been Dave Saxologist with Saxophonists. You guys take care.